It's showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's Halloween tutorial is gonna be me recreating this artwork I found online of Beetlejuice, but this is Cara Juice. I thought this was so dope and a really cool take on Beetlejuice. I love this drawing, I love this look. I'm obsessed with how this turned out. I think it looks super cool. This tutorial is really fun, and what I love the most about it is that it's really hard to make mistakes. It's almost like a beautiful mess, so you don't have to do the exact same strokes. The messier, the better. And I'm gonna be voicing over this tutorial because I had to really get in the zone. Let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. The first thing I'm gonna do is apply the new Jouer foundation all over my face, neck, and chest, because we wanna start off with a lighter canvas like the painting. And I like this because it's gonna last a little bit longer than a face paint, and it also gives me full coverage. I mean, this foundation covered everything. So I really liked that. And I just applied it all with my Beauty Blender. All right, next we're gonna go into the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm gonna use this to start adding all of the color into the look. I started with this random color above my eyebrow, but decided to move on to the light green shades first because I felt like those were the easiest to start off with that gave me, you know, a better guide. So I'm going in with this light green shade first, and I'm applying it around the forehead, the ears, a little bit around my mouth, and jaw area as well. My favorite part about this look is that it's okay if you do messy lines, messy paint strokes. The messier the better, really. You don't want it to look too perfect. I mixed up a little bit of a dark green shade, and I'm just going to apply that around the edges where I applied the lime green. And I'm kind of just going off the reference picture at this point and trying to get as close to the photo as possible. It's a lot easier when you have your reference picture right next to you. All right, we're going to go into this light purple shade, and again, I'm just blending these colors together from the Flash palette, and I want to start off with the lighter shades and then build on those, right? So this is kind of the first color I'm laying down on my cheekbone, and I'm going to contour the tip of my nose, give myself similar nostrils, nostrils as the drawing, shadow the lower lip and the corner of my lip as well, kind of extending that out. And just mixing a slightly darker purple and then applying that right in the hollow as well. And see, I'm making a sharp line. I'm not trying to blend it out. Next, I'm taking a little bit of black and applying that in the ears. You don't want to forget your ears, especially if your hair is going to be showing. You want to cover everything that's showing if you want this to look like a realistic painting. I mixed some of that black with the purple, and now I'm adding that again in the hollows of my cheekbones. And as you guys can see right now, everything looks like a hot ass mess. It will look like a mess before it looks cool, I promise you. So don't get discouraged if you look at your face and you're like, what is happening? This looks crazy. It kind of goes against everything that we have been taught, which is blend, 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 and like your eyebrows have to be perfect. Like this is the opposite of all of that. Now I'm taking some black and adding a sharp edge to the jawline, like a drawing would have, and also the sharp edges to the nose, around the nose. I also make sure to later fill in the nostril area too, so it looks more like a drawing. Back into that green, I guess. I'm all over the place here because it's, you know, I was in the zone. So I'm just adding a little bit more green to my face because I felt like it needed to be tied down in the lower part of my face since I had so much green around the forehead. Here's where things get crazy, okay? I'm telling you, this goes against everything for me, which is make your brows messy. I started off with a brown base, and then I go into my tattoo liner by Kat Von D, and I'm just going to make crazy ass strokes. You don't want it to be perfect. The whole point of it is to look messy. I ended up going in with my NYC liquid liner after because I needed it to be a little bit darker. And I think the Kat Von D mix with the face paint was kind of making it a little too light, so that liquid liner worked a lot better. So next you just want to take a black base. I'm just continuing to use the Flash palette since that's what I have, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid, and then I'm going to apply it on the sides of my lid, so in the inner brow bone and the outer V of the eye, and also the lower lash line. I'm taking the Kat Von D concealer in white and using that to create the highlights in the center of the eyes. And I'm following the painting as well, so everything looks kind of crazy right now, but it comes together in the end. I realized earlier I forgot to outline my Cupid's bow with the black when I was doing all the black lines, so I just go back in and do that real quick. Now taking the purple shades, I'm going to go ahead and apply that in the hollows of the eyes and hug the edges of the black around the eyes as well with this purple shade. I also decided to bring that down the neck to mimic natural shadows under the chin. So I'm going back in with the white concealer and I'm going to apply a few more highlights around the face, and I want to blend them out but still make it an obvious highlight. I'm also going to apply that on the under eye here to kind of mirror the highlight we have on the lid. I ended up putting that white also on the tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose. Next, for the lips, we want to make them look big and luscious, so I'm stippling a purpley red paint around the edges, kind of like an overlining technique, but I'm not doing a line, I'm just stippling. And then I'm going to go into a darker mixture of that color. Like I said, I'm just mixing purples, reds, and then adding black anytime I want to make a color deeper. So I'm just going to start messily doing little paint strokes around the corners of the lips. And to make the lips look fuller and have that Angelina Jolie pout, I draw a Y. So a line down the center of the bottom and then the top of the Y on the upper lip. And that's going to give us the pout. And then to make it look even bigger, add the white to the center and blend that out a little bit. That's going to be the highlights in the lips. We really want to intensify the black around the eyes, so I'm taking this black shadow by NATASHA DENONA. It's in the shade Blackest Black, and I'm going to pack that on the inner and outer corner, inner and outer corner of the eye socket. Next, I decided to take a little bit of the white paint and apply some highlights around the face, just randomly where I feel like I wanted there to be a little bit of a pop. And as you guys can see, I stipple it on with a stippling brush and then kind of pat it in with my finger. And with the more bold highlights, I use a flat concealer brush because I don't want to blend these out as much. I want them to be more like a full-on bold paint stroke. I'm going to go ahead and do that down the neck as well. And at this point, when I feel like I have a vibe of the overall look, I just start to go in with random colors wherever I kind of feel it. You know, you just have to feel it. And if you can't feel it, then just really mimic the painting. But for the most part, I just go back in and think, okay, where could I use a little bit more? For example, up here, I felt like the green wasn't enough, so let me just pop back over here, add some more green. Really pushing it into the hairline so that it flows seamlessly once I put the wig on, which, by the way, that was really hard to get out of my hair, but it's all good. Do it for the video. I used my arm as my palette here, so I mixed a darker gray purple color because I decided we're going to have to intensify these cheekbones. And for this, I wanted to do more of a harsh line here. And then I'm just really kind of like you would a skeleton, just really suck in your cheeks and follow those cheekbones and take it down the side of your mouth as well. And as you'll see later, I take it a little bit further down than that even. So I'm just going back in, adding a little bit of this dark burgundy color and just applying some shadows under the jaw because you would have natural shadows there. And I'm also going to do a few scribbles down the neck as well. Super messy, just so it looks even more like a drawing. And then to continue the whole drawing vibe down the neck, you want to take the black liner and also make some sketch marks as well. If your collar and neck aren't going to be showing, it won't be that big of a deal, but if you want to keep it real, you got to do every part of the skin that's showing, so that's why I'm doing everything. And here I messed up a little bit, but guess what? It's not a big deal because nothing has to be perfect. See that dot? I was like, oh no, let me wipe it away. Ooh, that actually looks really good there. Now I'm taking this red liner. This is an Urban Decay liner. I believe the shade name is Roach, but if not, I will have it in the description. That's just going to give us those bloodshot eyes that we're going for. And of course, for the final touches, we're going to turn these eyes blue and we're going to pop on a wig because we got to get that Beetlejuice effect. I love this wig. This was custom colored for me by PRAVANA, and I just added the green bits with some green eyeshadow. Alright, so this is the finished makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm the ghost with the most, babe. I don't know why I can't ever get the compose. Hold on. She has like a titty hanging out.
That was good.
Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. See you later, baby.